Here are just some of the animals you can expect to see on Fraser Island, Australia. And yes, that is a gigantic shark being dragged back in the water. So naturally, I had to get the GoPro out. I'm on Fraser Island for the next 5 nights with a phenomenal crew of 8, where we tackle some of the hardest terrain and do one of Australia's most famous tracks, the Nangala Rocks. Let's start off with the world famous dingo. If you think you're going to come onto Fraser Island and not see one, think again. They are everywhere and they'll come into your camp to sniff out the food. They look cute and can even act like your very own house dog, but trust me, they're nothing like that, and at any opportunity where food presents itself, they will go for it. And that's why it's always important to keep your kids close by. And anytime I had the opportunity to fish, it's like they came out of nowhere. The next one we saw as soon as we pulled into our campsite on the first day. And no, it wasn't a snake, even though there are plenty of snakes in Fraser Island. This was the infamous Goana. Goanas feed on pretty much anything, including any scraps left behind from humans, so that's why it's important to always put your stuff away. But they're meat eaters, they'll eat roadkill, and pretty much anything they can get their hands on. Now, if you know me by now, I'm obsessed with fishing, so naturally, fish are going to be on this list. And the amount of different species I saw on this trip was amazing. There are fish everywhere, and there are plenty more videos to come, including a full video of this entire trip. Was 5 nights, 6 days. Now, maybe something you wouldn't expect, but driving along the beach, you dead set see so many people fishing. I've never seen as many people fishing as I did at Fraser Island. Everyone's there for the same thing, and as we're driving past this fisherman, we see this gigantic shark on the shore. He's obviously just caught it, and we saw the very end of it. Getting back in the water looks like tough work. This is definitely not his first rodeo. You can just tell these guys were a bunch of legends as we drove past, so good on him. If you thought spiders were going to be left out of this, you can turn the video off now, because there were spiders literally everywhere, all over the campsites. But that's what you can expect camping out in Australia. In my experience, if you leave them alone, they'll leave you alone. So what do you guys think? Does this make you want to go to Fraser Island, or does this deter you from going? Because I strongly suggest going. One of the best places in Australia.